In 1998, the Hotel Rudrocks vanished from the maps of Devgar. A midnight fire gutted the building, and though 13 guests were registered that night, search teams never recovered a single remains. The subsequent police report contained a detail that local authorities couldn't explain. The fire was traced back to a specific point of origin, Room 13, which had been found locked from the inside. This detail contradicted the hotel's own architecture. As seen in the original blueprints, the third-floor layout moves directly from Room 12 to Room 14. There is only a solid cement wall where the police claimed a door and a fire had been. Now, Arav has arrived in Devgar to find his sister, Ria. She is a travel photographer who went missing inside these ruins, leaving behind a single frantic phone call from inside the abandoned structure. Arav is stepping into a physical space where the blueprints no longer apply. He is navigating a geographical paradox where the laws of physics have been replaced by a much darker logic. Before she disappeared, Ria told him about a diary she found in the wreckage. It was decades old, yet it contained a list of guests that included both of their names. The entries weren't just a list of names. The diary recorded their deaths, providing the exact dates they would die in the hotel, dates that hadn't happened yet. Desperate to find her, Arav drives 400 kilometers into the mountains. He abandons his skepticism, focused only on the safety of his sister. The hotel doesn't need to physically force its victims inside. By placing Ria in danger, it ensures that Arav's own protective instincts serve as the engine that drives him toward the trap. Arav breaks the chains on the front doors and enters the lobby. The air is thick with dust, and the silence is absolute. He finds the guest registry still sitting on the front desk. Under the header for October 13, 1998, he finds a 13th entry, his sister's name, written in fresh ink among the dead. When he looks back a second later, the name has vanished. The page is now occupied by a new instruction. The one you are looking for is on the 3rd floor. By embedding a modern name into a 1998 record, the building forces its visitors to stop trusting their own memories. Linear time is dissolving, replaced by the hotel's own internal timeline. This creates a total sense of isolation. If the entity rewrites a 30-year-old book in real time, it controls what is real and what is history. On the 3rd floor, Arav encounters the same wall from the blueprints. There is nothing but solid cement between rooms 12 and 14. His phone buzzes with a message from Ria. It's a photo of the hallway where he is currently standing. But in the image, the cement wall is gone, replaced by a door marked 13 and a warning written in blood. From behind the blank wall, he hears Ria's voice begging for help, but the tone is wrong. The words are hers, but they are spoken with the raspy, whistling breath of an old woman. Simultaneously, a second message arrives. This one says Ria is safely outside the building, asking him why he hasn't joined her yet. Arav is caught in a sensory crossfire. His ears hear his sister screaming from inside. His phone says she's outside. These conflicting inputs converge, contradicting each other and leaving him mentally stranded in the hallway. With his eyes, ears, and technology providing different realities, Arav's logic is stripped away. He is now entirely vulnerable to whatever the hotel manifests next. He turns to run back, but the staircase is gone. The exit has been replaced by a lightless corridor stretching endlessly into darkness. A figure appears at the end of the hall, pointing back toward the blank wall. As Arav watches, the cement finally gives way, and the brass-plated door of room 13 manifests out of thin air. Arav reaches for the rusted key in his pocket, the only physical object he has left to trust. A final text message lights up his screen from an unknown number. Inside. With every other path erased and the hallways closing in, the hotel has left him with a single direction. Opening the door to room 13 is no longer a choice. It is the only remaining action he can take. Arav steps into the darkness of the room. His flashlight catches a stopped clock on the wall, its hands frozen at the exact moment of the 1998 fire. In the corner of the room stands a woman with Ria's face. She is smiling, but her eyes remain perfectly still, watching him with an expression that isn't human. She tells him that he is late. At that moment, the hands of the clock violently snap forward to 2:13 a.m., and the heavy door behind him slams shut. The final prophecy in the diary was never about Rhea being in danger. It was a set of instructions designed to lead Arav to this room. He wasn't looking for his sister, he was being summoned by his killer. The Hotel Rudraksh operates as a predatory machine. It waits for the right frequency of human desperation, using its shifting walls to keep the 1998 cycle running exactly on schedule.